Ba-ba-boom. Hey, yo, guys. What's up? Doo-doo. How's it going? Welcome to another and exciting episode of live streaming and doing things. How's it going? Okay, that's set up. Everything's set up. Alright. Ogrepon, what's up? How you doing today? What's up? Happy to have you here. Nice to see you're alive and well. Doing good? That's good. That's great. That's awesome. I'm doing good too. I'm doing great. We're just looking for, you know, what's like the current latest thing that people are talking about. I gotta say, I was pretty obsessed last time. You know, last stream when I was playing White Knuckle. I gotta get back into it. I really do. It was such a good game. Like, it's been a while since I've seen a good indie game, you know, just kind of like stand out and make me want to keep playing it. Yeah, it was really fun. I know, it was only like $12 too, right? Yeah, it was only like $12. Polish Soldier, what's up? How's it going? Let me open up Steam over here, just to have it ready. Yeah, White Knuckle, how do I get to the store page? Yeah, this is fine. This is a good game. Overwhelmingly positive 2,000 reviews. I think Markiplier played this game. Like, I think I saw like a thumbnail yesterday or something. Maybe that's why it's so popular. Maybe, perhaps. Good. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, so I heard that this game can actually take you around like 6 to 7 hours to complete. I'm guessing that's how much it takes for you to actually learn how to play the game properly. I don't know. I just know that I'm excited to get better at it, implement, you know, better strategies, better climbing strategies and everything. But yeah, guys, I'm thinking maybe doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday for streams. The first 5 hours is learning, like any true Rage game, to be honest. Yeah, just like any true Rage game. The magical part about Rage games is that first you learn how to play them. You just bash your skull against the error of your ways a couple of times, and then you finally understand how it works, and then it just magically clicks, you know? My friend bought this game, and I'm playing it through Steam Family. I gotta figure out how to set up the whole Steam Family account. I haven't done it yet. I've been wanting to, but I just haven't really sat down to figure out how to do it, to be honest. It's good. It's really good, I gotta admit. You know, one of the best games I've played. I just really love games that make you just pick it up and start playing immediately, you know? I can deep dive into a story game, I can deep dive into an RPG, and something that I know it's gonna take me like 10 to 15 to 20 hours, and that's fine, but a game that makes you just immediately get into the action and go like, oh, within like 10 minutes I already know what I'm doing. That's good. That's awesome. I really like that. And White Knuckle, not gonna lie, it's pretty good. I like it very much. I like it very much. Alright, let's go see what's been happening in the drama sphere, in the internet sphere. You guys hear about Borderlands 4 and the rumor that it'll cost $80? Well, it's almost basically confirmed at this point, you know? It's basically been confirmed that it'll end up costing around $80, and Randy Pitchford is the chief. He's basically saying like, oh, you know what? I'm pretty sure you guys will figure out how to make the money. I'm pretty sure you guys will find a way to get those $80 and pay for the game. Which is, I don't know. It's fine and dandy if it was the only game I was playing. I think we talked about this last time with Doom, The Dark Ages, right? Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure most people, most consumers don't actually mind paying maybe $70 for a brand new video game, especially if we're talking about AAA video games. Now they're entering the range of $80. And, well, if I'm a normal consumer, I have a normal job, I earn a normal amount of money, which I do. You know, I'm not gonna spend $80, I mean, possibly every single month on the latest AAA release. I'm really not. So I really honestly think that this whole push towards making games be $80 plus, I mean, I feel like we just got to $70, right? Like, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like $60 video games was maybe last year, right? But now we're already at 80? That's disgusting. That's disgusting. I'm still yet to find out which game that costs $80 has managed to pop off tremendously. Like, if you show me the evidence that, hey, this video game costs $80, but it also was massively successful, then I guess we could sort of have an argument as to, you know, okay, maybe this is the step that the industry's taking and consumers are kind of happy about it. But I don't know. I still haven't seen a single success story of a video game costing $80. Maybe we'll get that with the Nintendo Switch 2, since Mario Kart World, what was the game? Yeah, Mario Kart on the Switch 2. I heard that one's gonna be $80. I was hyped when I saw Borderlands 4 on Epic Games listed as coming soon, but I can't even afford it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I think the indie renaissance is partly because AAA studios just keep pushing for these higher and higher prices. And, you know, I understand that if you're an over-bloated studio, you have to find a way to make money, or at least, you know, just, you know, cover the cost of your own, you know, ridiculously ballooned development budget. But then again, nobody forced you to have such a ballooned budget in the first place. Right? Nobody forced you to hire a ridiculous amount of staffs and like safety checks and you know, all these things. Because when we look at video games like Expedition 33, for example, super tiny studio, right? Super tiny studio. It's a 10 out of 10 on Steam. GameFAQs has it at 92%. I don't know exactly how many copies it's sold, but I know that this game is contender for Game of the Year. My brother messaged me telling me like, hey, this is an amazing game. You should actually play it. And this one was $50. You know, $60 for the deluxe edition. That's actually super crazy that it's overwhelmingly positive. That part's not crazy at all. Right, 61,000 reviews. I think they got over 3 million copies sold or something. I gotta like double check that. But yeah, it's still entirely possible in 2025 to be releasing games at $50 and still, you know, being massively profitable. Someone can buy a good indie game for like, with like 1/4 of the money. Exactly. Like, from a consumer's perspective, what I'm thinking about, do I really want to spend $80 on one Borderlands 4 game? Or do I want to spend $80 on 4 $20 indie games? Or maybe just like get Expedition 33, for example, which is $50, and I still got $30 left to buy indie games or something, you know? Some amazing games like Undertale can literally be less than 10 smackaroons on sale. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, I think these massive studios desperately need to downsize and get their budget under control, or maybe at the very least, you know, figure out a way to just, instead of trying to push the $80 price tag, I'm pretty sure you could sell way more copies if you just sold it for $50, right? If you just sold Borderlands 4 for $50 or $60, you know, it's a much more welcoming price tag for consumers, and I'm pretty sure people would be more than happy to spend that amount of money. You know, at least from my perspective. I'm not an economist. Now, I'm not an expert in this subject. I'm really not. But I feel like $80 is gatekeeping a lot of people from wanting to play the game and try it out, and it's going to lead more people into piracy. Right? Piracy's always been an issue about accessibility. It really has. And as you make games more inaccessible for people, you're just going to lead them more towards piracy, basically. Yeah. As gamers express concern about Borderlands 4 potentially costing $80, Gearbox chief Randy Pitchford says, "If you are a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen." Yeah, I don't know about that. I think the critical flaw in this argument of if you're a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen, is that people aren't just only fans of Borderlands. You know, we're fans of a bunch of things. It's not like in the olden days where you literally had a Spyro, Mega Man, a Crash Bandicoot, and maybe like 3 or 4 more other IPs out there, you know? Back in the day, if you were like a PlayStation fan, you were like, okay, here's my 5 games I like, and that's it. And I'm not gonna get a single, you know, I'm not gonna get one game every single year. But now in the day and age of the modern gaming industry, I feel like there's a lot more. Yeah, there's just a lot more. There's way too many IPs, awesome AAA studios coming out with great games every single month. Great, quotation marks. So, yeah. The problem with this way of thinking is that the average Borderlands fan isn't just a fan of Borderlands, they're also fans of everything else that's being releasing, right? I'm a Monster Hunter Wilds fan, and I just, like, absolutely play the game. And I'm pretty sure that there's a bunch of other IPs out there that keep coming out. So, yeah. The guy lost touch with reality, SMH. Yeah, I really think so as well. I really think so. Yeah, first Nintendo with Mario Kart World, then with Microsoft and its price hike announcement that will kick in this holiday season. Right, there's also that. A little inactive, follow me on Twitch. Thank you. Thank you, appreciate that. Trade offer, I give you $80. You get bad storytelling with bad optimized game. Yeah, and don't forget the 500 gigabyte download. It's like, would you rather have a cheaper product that sells more or a more expensive product that sells less? And most of the time, the first strategy wins. It really does. Yeah, it really, really does. Like, I'm pretty sure if you sold Borderlands 4 at $50, $60 even, you know, as a high price point, a lot more people will be inclined to play it. Most of the times I play AAA games is when they're on some sort of subscription or on sale. Yeah, the same thing happened with Doom the Dark Ages. The reason why Doom the Dark Ages is doing not so good... Doom the Dark Ages, Steam DB. The reason it's not doing so good on the price, you know, on the Steam charts, 13k people in-game, is not because the game is necessarily bad, or because people are not willing to buy it. It's just like, why in the hell would I want to pay, how much was it, $80? $70? Yeah, why would I want to play $70 to play Doom the Dark Ages and have it on my Steam account when I can just go to Game Pass and play it for free? Right? That's why you get this conversation typically of, oh, this game broke 3 million players. That's like the latest thing I saw with Doom the Dark Ages, 3 million players. But that doesn't mean copies sold. And it's because a lot of these studios are moving away from selling you copies and they just want to get you hooked on the subscription services. Which really isn't a pretty awesome win condition if you have a game that costs millions and millions and millions to produce. You know, just to get people hooked on a subscription service that costs... How much does Game Pass cost? Like $12 a month? $15? Game Pass Doom Dark Ages. Okay. I'm signed out of Xbox. That's fine. Here we go. Yeah, it's like, why would I pay $70 when I can just get Game Pass and play it for free while also having a giant library of games? You know? And even if I don't want to get hooked on the subscription service, I can literally just go ahead and pay the subscription service for 1 month, cancel it right away, and then still play the game for technically way less. Game Pass price. How much is it? Game Pass price. $15 a month. Yeah, $15. That's ridiculous. Hi, I'm Philippines, sir. Hello, how's it going? How much do you think GTA 6 will cost? 80. 80 on the low bar, 90 regular, maybe 100. The most recent AAA game I got was Battlefield 5 back on summer of 2022, and I got it on Steam. Nice. Yeah, but no, this seems like very out of touch. And I know that they're saying that Randy Pitchford doesn't really have a say in who determines the price of Borderlands 4. He doesn't really get to say, but it still sucks. It still sucks. I think here it is. If you want the truth, here it is. Okay, what's the truth?
I got a tough one for you here.
Oh, you got a spicy one for me?
I don't know the answer. I don't know.
Why is it always me that has to do the spicy ones? All right.
What will the game's price be? That's an
Oh boy.
interesting one. I don't know this.
Yep. Oh,
Really now?
yeah. This is gonna piss off a lot of people.
I'll tell you the truth. I don't know.
Yeah.
That is the truth.
The thing is that you could easily win so many brownie points with the community if you just told them $60. Like, you have the option to tell people $60 and you immediately get applauded on by hundreds of thousands of people. More people will be inclined in wanting to check your game out. Like, all you have to do is make them happy, right? Make them excited that they're going to have an amazing experience at an accessible price. But the fact that you're having to, like, hide this and, like, play this game of, oh, I don't know how much it'll be. Oh, it could be $80. It's out of my control. You know. Sure, it might be out of Randy Pitchford's control, but, you know, whoever's in charge of, the, like, managing the prices, I think it's, like, I think it's 2K. Yeah. Whoever's in charge, if you just go at it from a point and perspective of players first, make players happy instead of seeing the players as a resource to, I mean, as a source to extract wealth from. If you see them as actual people who want to be able to play your game at an accessible price, you know, if you just win brownie points with them by saying this and going like, yes, we're considering the players, we have them in our thoughts, we'll try our best for $60, and then you just put it at 70, right? Like, that's all you have to do. Think about it from a marketing perspective. Everybody's telling you, oh, the price is going to be $80. And then you go like, no, I'm the CEO, Randy Pitchford, I'm going to push for $60. And then you settle on 70. And you still win brownie points with the community. That's all you have to do. Literally just go like, hey, I tried my best, but at least it's not $80. I feel like you would piss off a lot less people. It's still not 60. 60 I think would be ideal. It would be great. People would love you forever for it. But the fact that you're trying to obscure the fact that it's going to be 80 plus, you know, it has people on edge. And you're not really doing yourself any favors here. GTA 6 personally will cost around $100, maybe.
I'll hit it. I'll hit it straight on. And it's an interesting time, right? We've got the on one level, we've got a competitive marketplace where people want to, or the people that make those choices want to sell as many units as possible, and they want to be careful about people that are price sensitive. So there's some folks that don't want to see prices go up, even the ones deciding what the prices are. There's other folks accepting the reality that game budgets are increasing and there's tariffs for the retail packaging, and like it's getting gnarly.
They're blaming the tariffs. Oh no, they're blaming the tariffs. Oh yeah, man. Yeah. See, notice how all of these things are not really the consumer's fault, right? It's not my fault that your development budget is getting higher. It's not my fault that the tariffs here are causing this huge issue, right? So, yeah, from a player's perspective, all these excuses that they're bringing out, I'm just like, I don't care. I don't care. I really don't. Listen, if you tell me, hey, the price it's going to be $80 because it has that much content, then I'll be like, oh, okay, we can justify that. But if you're telling me, oh, it's $80 because we spent too much money. It's $80 because we couldn't balance our budget properly. It's $80 because of tariffs. You know, me as a consumer, I'm like, it's just going to upset me, honestly. I don't believe for a second that he has no say in the price. What do you think big companies should price games? Honestly, I understand that prices keep going up, and I understand that inflation is a thing, but to be honest, $60 games were already kind of ridiculous when we went from physical to digital. That was already kind of ridiculous, right? The conversation of having $60 video games when we made that jump from physical to digital was already like, we don't really need this, you know? We're skipping all the manufacturing of the discs and the boxes and everything. Why are the games still $60? We had that conversation a long time ago, right? So I feel like a good game can easily be $50. Right? This is me just being unrealistic with society, honestly, and the current market of how things operate. But this is pretty concrete proof that you can make an amazing experience at a low budget with less people and still be able to sell it at an affordable price. Now, I'm not saying that Borderlands 4 has to be $50. I'm pretty sure that because it's such a massive game, it could be $70 and people will be like, I suppose, you know. 60 would be, everybody's happy point. 70 is fair. $80 is like, I don't know how I feel about that. It's a little bit too high. That's a little bit too high. But it gets to the point where if we keep going in this direction, yeah, $100 games will be the norm within a few years, unfortunately. But the thing is that we're talking about $80 games, and, well, that doesn't include the taxes, right? So with taxes, you end up essentially buying a $90 game. You know, that's what they're saying. There's a big difference between a $66 game, $60 plus tax, versus a basically $90 game. That's ridiculous. The price increase is just ridiculous.
Gnarly out there, you guys. Borderlands 4 has more than twice the development budget than Borderlands 3.
Again, not our problem.
The truth is, I don't know what the price is going to be. I do know that we will be opening pre-orders soon, TM,
soon,
and that will be when the price is set. I think that Borderlands 4, here's the philosophy we have. Whatever the price is, we're entertainers. Yes, we want to get more resources so we can make bigger and better games. There's a reason why Borderlands 4 is so awesome. It's because you guys showed up and supported Borderlands 3.
Okay.
And we had the budget, so we could more than double the budget and feel confident in that. And that's awesome. When the revenue comes in, we can spend it to make bigger games and better games. As artists, we want everybody to have it. You know, we want to make it as easy as possible for everybody to enjoy what we're creating. So it's a weird thing, but the fundamental philosophy is we want people to buy it so we have the resources to make more. But
yeah.
We want everyone who buys and plays a Gearbox game to feel certain that they got the better end of the bargain. Whatever the price is, that they got the best value. And that's the philosophy that we live by. And so we're going to have a price set soon.
Yeah, so again, if the game is $80 and in today's marketplace the game is worth, there's $80 plus worth of gameplay inside of it, I'm pretty sure people won't really complain. Because it's the same thing with the GTA 6 conversation. Nobody's asking GTA 6 to be a $50 game, a $60 game either, but because we're expecting so much out of GTA 6, you know, if they price it at $80, people will be like, okay, sure, awesome, that's fine. The main fear that people have here isn't that Borderlands 4 won't be worth $80 in terms of gameplay content. The main fear is that it won't be. Like, the main fear is that people will pay $80 and basically get the same amount of entertainment value that they got from Borderlands 3 or Borderlands 2, you know? So if you give me a game that has way more than what Borderlands 3 had, then I'll be like, okay, you know what? It makes sense. $80, I'm getting much more than I got last time. That's a great deal. But the problem is that, you know, we don't know if that's going to happen. I mean, we don't know.
And it might be the new price that like Nintendo and Microsoft have led with. It might be that we stay back. It's going to be the people at, at the publishing house that decide that.
The
And
publishing
if it is,
house.
cheaper, then maybe we'll sell you that mini map that you guys want, but we'll develop later. How bad do you want that? $10? I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Oh man, that sounds so bad. That landed so
kidding.
bad.
Or am I?
That landed so
Or am I?
horribly, man.
I don't know. We'll know soon.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be fine, whatever it ends up being. I think it's going to be amazing, whatever it is. Borderlands is fucking amazing, and it's worth it. It's worth it. Yeah.
Well, again, we'll have to see. If it is worth it, then, I'd be more than happy to pay $80 for it. But if it ends up being okay, if it ends up being a $60 value, it's going to piss off a lot of people. It really is. Sorry for calling you bald last time. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Alright, I feel like companies are just doing a stress test on gamers to see how long they can push the prices before they crack. I think so too. Yeah, I think so too, and it's a very reckless thing to do. It's very irresponsible. Because at the end of the day, these are make or break titles for a lot of companies. I'm not saying that Gearbox is, they're gonna go bankrupt if Borderlands 4 fails, but for a lot of other companies, it's a make or break. Right. Minecraft is the most sold game, and it costs just like $30, while games like Assassin's Creed Shadows is struggling. Another example is the success of Schedule 1. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, you don't have to sell 10 copies for $80 when you can sell 20 copies for $40. I think it's a lot easier to sell 20 at $40 than it is to sell 10 at 80. And especially because, like he mentioned, from an artist standpoint, you want as many people to be able to appreciate the art. But yeah, Gearbox, man. Borderlands. I thought this was Sora for a second. I looked at this and I was like, that's Sora from Kingdom Hearts? Serious question, will you buy a PS5 to play GTA 6? No. No, I'm gonna get a Switch too. I'm gonna get a Switch too. I'm like that guy who constantly complains about Nintendo's business practices, but whenever Nintendo announces a new item, I'm just like, I'm gonna get that. Gonna play the crap out of it. Sora's new design leaked. Yeah, I saw that. But is it? I feel like it's a leak that I kind of saw before, right? It's something that we've definitely seen before in the past. Let me put phone to charge. Phone to charge. Right, something I really don't get is why not price stuff very low so more people buy it. It's not like the stock of the game is going to run out, but man, I'm definitely missing something. Well, there's many moving parts in that argument. It's really, there's a lot of moving parts in that argument. Because, it's the same reason why certain brands are unwilling to go and sell for a cheaper price despite the manufacturing costs being much, much lower. Right? Because you as the consumer, think about it like this. In an idealistic world, would you rather buy a brand new car, right? A brand new vehicle. Would you rather buy it at $5,000 or at $50? Let's just imagine that they can make as many vehicles as they want, right? Ideally, the $50 car sounds good, but from a consumer's perspective, you would kind of be asking yourself like, okay, why is it $50? Is there something wrong here? You have that sense of skepticism when you're thinking about it. It's just like, something's going on here. Am I not, everyone else is selling their stuff for $5,000. Why are you $50? What's going on here? But digital copies do not cost manufacturing materials. That's true. That's true. But because of the way that the industry and the markets work, when you sell something at a certain price, it kind of has that expectation like, hey, this is worth that amount. You know, this is good enough that I can justify charging it to you with that price. Maybe the card thing is a horrible example that I'm using here, but it's the same thing with like concert tickets, right? Because I could technically sell every single concert ticket at like $20, but why are some concert tickets more worth than others, right? Because, you know, you trust that when you're paying more for the service, you're trusting that the entertainment value is going to be higher. So it's kind of like a weird thing that's going on, you know, because like you mentioned, you know, they could technically price the Borderlands 4 or any other game at like $20, $15, $10, right? But there's like a weird complex math where they're trying to look for, they're trying to find the balance of how much they could charge you without sacrificing how many copies sold, but still making a good enough amount of money out of each fair trade, right? Because if they sold Borderlands 4 for $5, they have to sell a ridiculous amount of copies to break even. Now, if they sell it for $80, they have to sell less copies. If they sell it for $60, they have to sell a little more, but still. But it won't be more valuable having the few people who trust the price spread the word about the quality price to price ratio of the game, therefore bringing up more traffic to the game. Maybe. I don't know. But whenever I see a game that's worth $10, I think indie game. It's an indie game, you know? It's just like, oh, whatever. Like, if Gearbox puts out a video game right now and prices it at $10, I'm gonna think it's a mobile game. Oh, it's a simulator game. It's one of those little crappy cash grab games, you know? So there's a sense of expectation when you set a price as high as $60, $70, $80. And that's the same reason why GTA 6, everybody's expecting it to be worth $80 to $100. There's already an expectation of, you know, what you're getting out of it. And by them putting it at a certain price, let's say $100, you're going to buy it and going in, you're going to expect this is $100 worth of value of the game. Now, if they put GTA 6 at $30, what does that tell you about GTA 6? I think Balattra's getting nominated for Game of the Year. Didn't they release last year, though? Oh. Just made the already burning fire of indie games spread even faster. Oh, I didn't read the full sentence. I feel like this is the reason indie games are popping off. Yeah, exactly. Like, when it comes to indie games, they're getting much more popular now because people understand that they're not getting a AAA experience, but they're also fine with only spending $20 at max for a game that, you know, it's not going to consume 80 hours of their time. You know, for them, it's a fair trade-off, because for them, it's just like, oh, I'm only spending $20, and the game's probably only going to give me, like, 8 hours worth of game time. But it's still going to be a really good, you know, trade-off in terms of value to price. Anyways, speaking of Nintendo, and speaking of Nintendo costing $80, I saw this earlier, and it said that Mario Kart World was in development a long time ago. Yeah, apparently Mario Kart World was supposed to come out on the Switch 1. It was being developed for the Switch, but they ran into limitations, so they kicked the can down the road, developed Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass instead. In 2020, based on only provisional estimates of what the specs would be, they moved development to Switch 2. So apparently development for Mario Kart World started in 2017. That's a long time ago. This was literally going to be Switch's original Mario Kart. Can you imagine actually getting Mario Kart World on the Switch 1? I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? Because we got a brand new console, but, like, we didn't get a brand new Mario Kart World. We didn't get a brand new Mario Kart game. We just got Mario Kart from the Wii U rehashed. Holy crap, yeah. This game has been in development for a very long time. A very, very long time. Makes me think of the development budget, how much this game cost. Though I honestly doubt that this game was in development constantly for all of that. I think they probably just worked on it a little bit, realized it wasn't going to launch on the Switch 1, and then they were like, you know what, let's just kind of leave it where it is and just keep working on other stuff, and then we'll come back to it eventually. I think that's what happened with Mario Kart World. This game is technically older than my younger sister. Whew. This is why I never wanted to buy Nintendo. Yeah, I think that they had a great idea, but because of the technical limitations of the Switch 1, they just decided to just leave it. Leave it. I think I saw a clip around here about how the Switch... Where is it? This is Google, blah, 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 blah. I saw it somewhere. I think I liked it on Twitter, so let me just go ahead and pull it up. Yeah, here we go. You know, Nintendo confirmed missions will be quite varied with this new video they shared. It won't only be collect the coins, drive through rings. Mission name, move through the herd of cows. Dude, it's so funny that Nintendo basically just released Diddy Kong Racing. They basically just released Diddy Kong Racing, because this is the sort of thing you would expect from Diddy Kong Racing. Does he make it? He doesn't. That looks like a Wii U game. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of does. I like the idea of an open world map that you can just kind of explore. This makes me think of, what if Mario Odyssey was a Mario Kart game? That's kind of like the concept I'm kind of seeing here, right? And it honestly sounds like a great idea. It sounds pretty fun. They're basically taking the Super Mario 3D formula and turning it into like a Mario Kart game. Now, this is just me spitballing and assuming based off the concept and what they've talked about and what they've shown so far. But if that's what they do, that'd be awesome. Open world racing game? Yeah, just like the Crew 1 before Ubisoft shut it down. It's an open world racing game. Basically, you can just drive to anywhere that you want, and I don't exactly know how the races work, but yeah, you just drive to places, and that's it. This is awesome. This is really awesome. Okay, no more Randy Pitchford, right? Nintendo redesigning Donkey Kong, but yeah, let me actually pull up the footage, everything that they've shown with Mario Kart World. This is from 1 month ago. Yeah, we kind of already seen this. This is the trailer for it, but it's supposed to be an open world game. You have Yoshi's, which is a burger place. Love it. But yeah, even though this looks like the kind of game you could expect to see on a Wii U, this is the next generation of video games right here. It really is. And honestly, Nintendo's never really been known for having the best graphics. 24 racers is absolutely insane. Yeah, it really is. This looks good. So many maps. So many maps. So yeah, I don't really know if this game is justifiably reasonably priced at $80. I don't know if we're going to get our money's worth, but I'm pretty sure it's still going to sell like hotcakes. I'm quite certain this thing's going to sell ridiculous amount of copies. It's really going to do that. It kind of does look like it started development really early. Wario's 10 feet tall. Wario's not 10 feet tall. Wario's a lot of things, but not 10 feet tall. So yeah, as much hate as Nintendo gets, and I can see that based off the shorts that I post, because every time I post a short about Nintendo lawsuits, it ends up getting millions of views. There's a lot of hate for Nintendo going around around here. But despite all of that hate, this is gonna sell like hotcakes. This is gonna sell like absolute hotcakes. It has the crab as a driver, so immediately 200 out of 10 for real. Yeah, exactly. You know, Nintendo's never really been the one to prioritize realistic graphics, and they, at least in that part, they kind of understand that you don't need hyper-realistic The Last of Us Part 2 graphics in order for the game to be considered good. You can have an experience like this, you know, and if they can actually sacrifice hyper-realistic graphics to prioritize gameplay, replayability, and a lot of fun aspects of the game, that's fine with me. And that's fine with a lot of people. That's why they're so happy spending $80 to buy a game that looks like it was made for the Wii U. And this is totally fine. And of course, there's Donkey Kong there. Newly redesigned Donkey Kong. I opened up this article, I didn't even, like, read it. Where it says, why Nintendo redesigned Donkey Kong according to Shigeru Miyamoto. This Kong now has a funny face. Alright, so here's his response. When it comes to character creation and working with characters, I still take an active role in that, and looking back to the first generation Donkey Kong Country, we worked with Rare to create Donkey Kong Country. Okay, so basically they made the character's design so that way he could be more expressive. And I kind of understand it. Let me see. Donkey Kong before and after. I don't know, what do you guys think? Is it just like the rounded out features in the brow that make him more expressive? Actually, yeah, I think so. Yeah, because when you look at this one, Donkey Kong Country's artist reacts to Nintendo's redesign, Nintendo Life. Yeah, when you look at this one, he's kind of like limited. He's got those sharp edges. But this is a lot more expressive. Yeah, I think I remember seeing this tweet. Da, 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 da. He says everything changes and changes good in response to a fan video on the YouTube channel. Okay, so you can take the Kong out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the Kong. I love it. This is really funny. It changes everything. Changes good. Oh, that's funny. Do you remember the old Donkey Kong cartoons? Oh yeah, those... I think they're on Amazon Prime. Yeah, I was watching... I think it was like a couple of months ago, the Super Mario ones, and I was watching the Legend of Zelda one too. And I think I saw a couple of episodes of the Donkey Kong cartoon one. It's just... back when CGI was still in its very, very early stages. The Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Expressions are usually the reason why the starters in Pokemon are becoming more humanoid. I think so. It makes sense. I would be inclined to believe that. Hello, hey Metal Wolf, how's it going? What's up? Bro shows back then were extremely on something. Yeah, the TV shows back in the day, they were fun. They were super fun. They had a lot more personality. And you could also tell that they also had a very limited amount of time and budget in order to be able to get things done. It was really funny. It's really, really funny, man. So on the game schedule today, guys, we're playing some White Knuckle later. On the weekends, either Saturday or Sunday, I'm thinking like Sunday for like a couple of hours, I'll dive into like random crappy indie games. Well, not crappy. Maybe things that we can finish in a single get-go, you know? I want to get into doing that. White Knuckle Part 2, we're beating the crap out of it. I don't care. We're beating the crap out of it. We're gonna beat White Knuckle. And it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be amazing. I promise you. I saw a speedrun. About 7 minutes. Well, you're not gonna get that with me today. No. You're 100% not gonna get that with me. No. I'm sorry. I'm not that good. I'm still on the learning aspects of it. What's the best indie game you ever played? What is the best indie game I've ever played? That's a good question. The best indie game that I've ever played. Well, they're all indie, but right? They're all indies, and they have to be in my Steam library. Let me see. Best indie game. Let me just kind of browse through this. I want to say Muck, but I just genuinely like Muck, the game. It doesn't mean that it's the best game that I've ever played. It's just a game that I personally really like, right? I think in its jank, in its absolute mess of polygons and houses that don't spawn properly, and like the character behaviors and everything, you know, there's a certain level of charm to it, and that's why I like it so much, but it's not the best indie game I've ever played. Respect? Yeah, exactly. It's good. It's a really good game, but I don't think it's that. Battle Block Theater is really good. You can call this indie, right? I'm not sure if you can consider this indie. Yeah, but this is also another really good one that I genuinely enjoy. I'm kind of just going through these right now. Because you also have to consider the fact that, you know, you gotta ask yourself the question, is it like new wave of indie or like old wave of indie? Right, is it like a 2010s kind of indie game, or is it just like the new generation that's popping up? Both are really good. Both are really, really good. This one though, however, terrible. This is probably the worst indie game I've ever played in my life. 100%, this is the worst indie game. And I have 40 minutes of game time in it. It's so gross. Let me see. Click holding is a very interesting one. It's nowhere near my favorite, 100%, but it's just like the whole concept of it and the way you play it. It's one of those games that I started playing it and I was like, this is so disturbing. I gotta see how this ends. It's good. It's good. Actually. Yep, I know which one. I know which one's my favorite indie game. Where the hell is it? What was it called? Ah, it should be at the start. Yeah, it's at the start, right here. No, it's in the H. It's here we go. This is my favorite indie game. Yep, A Hat in Time. This is technically considered indie, right? If we go to the store page, we go to Gears for Breakfast. Yep, this is literally just an indie game. Yep. Like, this is basically a recreation of Super Mario Sunshine. Right, it's just like tapping into that spirit of 3D platformers. It's a really fun game. It's really, really fun. It's one of those games that for the longest time I kept playing and quitting and playing and quitting until I finally sat down and went through the entire game. And I was like, holy crap. I don't know why I could never finish this game before. This game is awesome. Yeah, I'm just a really big fan of 3D platformers. I really am. Like, I think my favorite game, without counting like RuneScape and Smash Bros and all of that stuff, my favorite platformer game, or my favorite genre of games to play, is 3D platformers. So seeing A Hat in Time and getting it, I think I got it in Humble Bundle because I don't remember buying this. Yeah, this one is definitely my favorite indie game. It just reminds me of other games like Spyro, of Super Mario 64, of maybe not Crash Bandicoot. But yeah, just that genre in general. I love it. So that's definitely my number one. Ori and the Blind Forest, I want to be honest, I wish I could finish this game. I haven't. It's a great game. I always end up quitting for one reason or another, but I really, really love this game. Hollow Knight is also one of my favorites, but it's not like, I'm not obsessed with it, you know? I'm not like the Hollow Knight fandom. Bum, 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 bum. Let me see. Stardew Valley is also good. Stumble Guys. Stumble Guys is not indie. Yeah, I don't know. That's just it. That's just it. Like, I have a bunch of indie games, but if I'm going to talk to you about my favorite genre of indie games, it's always going to be 3D platformers. Yeah, it's always going to be 3D platformers. I guess Pal World, you could consider it indie, maybe. But they had like a multi-million-dollar budget. So I guess you can't really call that one an indie. Does Kingdom Come Deliverance count as an indie? Maybe. Perhaps. Kingdom Come Deliverance. I've never actually played this. I couldn't really tell you if it's indie or not. It's very simple. You just go to Warhorse Studios. Browse. They've only made the first one and then the second one. See, this is a good price point. $60 for the game. Yeah, 60s. This is great. This makes me happy. This is like, yep, this is good. This is good. Right, you know there's a game called Arcadegeddon. It was a paid game that's now it's free. Arcadegeddon. Is it just like a collection of arcade games? Rise up and play with up to 3 friends in this ever-evolving cooperative multiplayer roguelike shooter. Everything's always a roguelite. Everything's always a roguelite these days, man. Explore multiple biomes, minigames, and find hidden chests, and defeat numerous enemies and bosses. This is kind of cool. Why did they go free to play? Yeah, why did they go to free to play? I got a lot into my library. Yeah, sure. Look good. Looks really good. Right, it's very realistic and worth the price. Hell, I got it. I got the first on sale for $6. Nice. Real nice. Right. Oh, did you guys see this? Sony's setting up a new AAA studio to completely use AI. The very first AAA studio that solely focuses on generative AI, and it's Sony, the one who's spearheading it. Yep. They're looking for artists with expertise in using generative AI tools like Midjourney, ChatGPT, and Stable Diffusion for its AAA game. So they just launched a brand new studio called Dark Outlaw Games. Here's like the article. Former Call of Duty Black Ops devs, new PlayStation studio looking for artists with advanced expertise in generative AI. Yeah, of course it was gonna be the Call of Duty people, right? From the developers who brought you the Six-Fingered Zombie. COD Six-Fingered Zombie. Yeah, from the same people who decided to bring you a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-fingered zombie into like paid rewards and loading screens and all of that. They're just taking it one step further and deciding, hey, why not just start implementing AI and seeing how we can figure out how to make games with it, you know? Not surprised, Sony is using AI to help the PS5 to display 4K. Yeah. And I understand the people's initial knee-jerk reaction, because what we've seen so far off AI is bad. It's cheap. It's gross, you know? I think people just have a really bad outlook on AI because of the way that it's been thrust upon us and as a way for developers to just reduce costs. Right? I don't think we've ever seen a studio give us a good game that was made by AI. I believe that's possible, but you have to have the right intentions when you're using it. But the thing is that a lot of these studios, they have not been using it for, for the right intentions. Dark Outlaw Games is a new PlayStation studio born out of the ashes of Deviation Games and led by developer Jason Blundell, best known for Call of Duty Black Ops hit Zombies mode. The team is looking for concept artists... Zombies mode. Zombies. Zombies. Lol. Yeah, but not just any concept artist. A new job listing on Sony's website lists advanced expertise with generative AI tools as one of the basic qualifications. Basic. Stanford Pines got turned into a zombie. I feel like Bros the Mice and Genuinely the Good Andrew Tate. Genuinely the good one? I'm just missing the billions of dollars, right? Wait till I get $1 billion, maybe I'll go corrupt. Maybe money will corrupt me. Classic Call of Duty, I know. But then again, Call of Duty's always been they've been known for not doing the best. They've just always been a money-first company. Alright, so first spotted by the game's post, the listing reads, "We are seeking a senior concept artist to join our LA studio, reporting directly to our art director. The ideal candidate is proactive, with strong skills in digital illustration, 3D modeling, character design, graphic design, and experience with generative AI tools. And passionate about making games." Well, guys, what did Thanos say? I don't even remember the quote. Run from it, hide, skedaddle away, scooty loot, but destiny comes all the same. Right? As much as you want to avoid that AI is coming, it's unfortunately coming. I'll say that in a different way. AI is arriving hard. And well, you already have these studios looking for people with experience to take on these jobs. Dreaded, run from it, destiny always arrives the same. Yeah, something like that, right? And here's the thing, just like how we're getting $80 video games, well, a lot of these game studios are also going to start looking for people who are qualified in our experience in using these Gen AI tools in order to start implementing them into their video games. And like I've mentioned before, I've mentioned this quite in the past, AI itself is not inherently evil. It's not inherently the end of the world or whatever people try to make it seem out to be. It's a tool at the end of the day. And it's how you implement those tools, whether you want to do it in a way that is moral, ethical, or whatever, that people then have a reaction to it, right? Because if you give people a good enough product, they will not care how that product was conceived. Right, because if you look at where your iPhone is made, if you look at how the cocoa beans for your Oreos are harvested, you're gonna have a bad time figuring out where those things come from. And the same thing happens with AI video games, right? But the main difference is that up to this point, AI has only been used to basically cheap out. Right? They've been, up to this point, people have been using it to cheap out and save on development costs. Not really to enhance the gaming experience, not really to give us the best video games that we've ever had. It's always been as a way of just saving money. And that's why people have such a negative impact on it, because the ones who end up getting the short end of the stick are us, the consumers. But now if a studio were to come out and say like, hey, we're using AI, but, we're focusing on player enjoyment and we're doing it to create the best experience for you guys, I'm pretty sure people would have a different attitude towards it. Why don't you say it saves time too? It does. AI fits perfectly on Roblox cash grab games. Unfortunately, yeah. Yeah. That's a perfect excuse. I mean, a perfect way of seeing people cheap out on it. The more that humanity uses AI, the less it will be able to think for itself. Yeah, I think Microsoft was the one that came out with that report. Yeah. Microsoft, AI makes you dumb. Oh, this is Bloomberg. That's not going to open up. Yeah, here you go. Microsoft and Carnegie Mellon study. Is the AI really making us dumb? I'm not going to go through the whole article because I've read this before. It's just TLDR. Over-reliance on AI makes you dumber in a way that it affects your critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Look at that person's arm. And we're already kind of seeing that happen on Twitter a lot, because as a response to every single post, what are we getting? Grok, is this through? Grok, is this real? People are less able to be able to critically think and kind of just have an opinion on things, they need something to tell them how to think. And the same thing happens with people who watch like their favorite YouTubers or commentators or stuff. They're like, oh, I need to know how my favorite YouTuber thinks so that way I can know how to think myself. But for me, yeah, I try to avoid it as much as I can. I try to avoid the six-fingered zombies as much as I can, honestly. I do see the positive upside to it, but I also see how it can negatively impact the community. And well, now that we're seeing that PlayStation is trying to come up with the first AAA generative AI studio, it could crash and burn. Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. You know, at the end of the day, companies respond to how consumers react to a product. So if they come up with a product and the consumer says, no thank you, we don't want that, then the companies will be the ones who decide, okay, that didn't work, we'll stop doing that, we'll try to make something that you guys actually want. And that's how companies make money. They make a product that the consumer wants. So, yeah. I guess we kind of just have to wait and see what comes out of this. Right, because it could be like the new direction that the gaming industry goes towards. If it's good enough, people will consume it. But if it comes out and it's absolute trash, then of course the market will react to it accordingly. All we can do is hope it fails. Kids are graduating from high school and are unable to read or do basic math. Yeah, that's also true. Like, yeah, a new prototype game, please. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not much of a fan of generative AI. I don't really like it, but I understand its potential. I understand its, you know, how it's taking over. And in fact, one thing I wanted to show you guys today was this. Let me just mute this real quick. Doop, doop. Right, so Google just released their VEO3, new state-of-the-art generative AI video model. You can add soundtracks to clips you make, create talking characters, include sound effects, and more while developing videos in a range of cinematic styles. I saw this and I was like, oh crap, man. Holy crap.
This ocean, it's a force, a wild,
look at this.
Might. And she commands your awe with every breaking light. This ocean, it's a force, a wild,
like, if I'm a 60-year-old little old man and I look at this, there's a 0% chance of me knowing that this is AI generated. 100% no. The same thing with this one.
They're watching the north exit. Use the service tunnel.
The microfilm is in your ticket.
Like, I can see this and go like, okay, it's a little bit off. You know, the movement of the mouths are weird and stuff. But consider this, guys. We had Will Smith eating spaghetti 2 years ago. And this is the point we're at right now with generative AI. Like, you can say that it has no soul, you can say that, oh, it's not real art, you can say a lot of things about generative AI, you know, and you may have a valid point to it, but the fact of the matter is that yeah, the fact of the matter is that a technology like this is out here right now, today. This is real. And just the fact that I can create something like this makes me think like, holy crap. Consumption of video media is about to change entirely. Like, this one too. I saw this one and I was like, holy crap.
Okay, so this is how you start. You find a tree and you just like, you know, punch it down. Okay, so this is how you start. You find a tree and you just like, you know, punch it down.
This looks kind of funny because the guy looks like he's definitely on something. He's consumed something, and it's making him just tweak out like this. But this is another example of the new Google video generative AI, right? You have generative AI gameplay of Minecraft and generative AI, some bro reacting to it with like the bluest eyes you've ever seen.
Okay, so this is how you start. You find a tree, and you just
Like this is interesting. This is really interesting. What the heck is that? It's all fake. It's all fake, man. I think I saw like a Fortnite one too. Yeah, I think I saw a video of AI Fortnite. Let me see. Did I like it? I probably did. But I like a bunch of questionable things just to be able to go back to them. Here we go. Look at this. It says the prompt, streamer getting a victory royale with just his pickaxe, and this is the thing that the AI spits out.
Oh my god. Yes! Woo! Victory Royale with a pickaxe! Woo!
You see this?
Oh my god.
You see this? You
Yes!
I'm just really dumbfounded by the fact that it's generating actual Fortnite gameplay. And it looks, you know, from afar, if I look at it like this with my eyes squinted,
Victory Royale with a pickaxe!
I'm like, holy crap, you know, that's Fortnite. You know, you can recognize that that's Fortnite. But just the fact that you have the AI generating this gameplay with some random streamer dude reacting to it is just like, holy crap. It's not interesting, it's horrifying. You can call it horrifying, you can call it interesting, you can start calling it a bunch of different things, but the thing is that the reality is that it is, you know? Is it interesting? I don't know. Is it horrifying? Maybe, but it is. It is here, you know? If people start getting lazy, all the videos are going to become fake. Yeah, I think so too. All the videos are going to become fake. Like, I think generic gameplay videos are going to die out. They're going to be replaced with all this crap. I think that short form content is probably going to get flooded with this sort of stuff too, you know? Like, me as a content creator, as a video maker myself, I see this and I don't necessarily think like, oh crap, I'm going to get replaced, you know? But a lot of faceless YouTube channels are probably going to get a lot more competition than they used to have. Especially when you have slop like this, it's going to start flooding the social media channels. I think that in a day and age where this sort of like fake video media is coming for all of us, basically, you know, my one consoling fact, I guess you could call it like that, is that, you know, when you get to a level of fame, when you get popular enough, people will start wanting to watch you, the person, not random generic person playing a game. Like, I think that this sort of technology will probably replace stock footage. And stock footage is also basically already kind of just like pretend footage, you know? So if someone needs to showcase a gameplay of Minecraft and talking about a stream, you know, just having like a streamer, like a fake streamer, a no-face streamer basically, they're gonna use stuff like this to showcase it. Shrub, no. I don't want watching Ultra Kill, but AI generated. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, it's a thing. This is a thing. Here's another one.
Whoa. This is insane.
Yeah, that one's gross. Saliva. Okay.
Loud, child. The future's loud, child. But wisdom speaks in a whisper.
If this is the best they've got, I'll finish my drink before I reply.
It's gonna be so weird.
If this is the best they've got.
Yo, the internet in a couple of years is gonna be a completely different place. I just gotta say that. It's going to be a completely different place. Right now, it's already kind of bad, you know? I'm not gonna lie. Right now, it's already kind of bad. You have spam reply bots. You have like people basically talking with ChatGPT as a backup. You know, no, like I mentioned, people these days just can't really think for themselves. They basically have to copy their whole conversation to like an AI and tell them, "Hey, is this a good response?" That's already happening on Twitter. But I don't understand, man. I don't understand. All I know is that the future's gonna be very different from what it is now. The first clip reminds me of the ending of Metro 2033, and the second clip, the Half-Life 2 intro. Yeah, I wonder how the president is gonna legislate to create guardrails around all of this. Unfortunately, I use AI to combat company using AI to automate resume reviews. Yeah. It gets to the point where you have to fight fire with fire. Think about it from like a military perspective, right? Let's take the word AI out for a second and put drones, because drones are like the latest thing in technology in terms of like military defense, right? We used to have soldiers that go like and they do the shooting. Now they don't have to do that. Now they use drones. So me, if I want to defend my country as president of, I am the president of the country of Steven now. If I see that my enemies have drones, my natural response is, well, I gotta get drones too to defend against their drones. I gotta get anti-drone drones. So it gets to the point where, yeah, we gotta keep using drones to fight drones, so yeah. As AI gets better with this sort of like video production, the social media companies, well, if they want to push for AI generated content, just if that's what the market responds to and that's what the market wants, you kind of just have to deal with it, you know? But at least for me, from my perspective, the way I see it is that YouTube is a very unique platform because YouTube, yes, it has a bunch of official content, but there's a lot of people that kind of just hang out and talk, you know? You're looking for that sort of like human connection when it comes to YouTube and YouTube creators. So as good as the technology of AI is getting in terms of like creating these hyper realistic awesome visuals, you know,
Whoa. This is insane.
I could never do something like that right here, but if that's what you're looking for, then sure, you can use that. But if you go to YouTube looking for a connection with an actual human being, I think that's like the winning factor. And I think that's why a lot of like these faceless channels, a lot of like VTubers, for example, those are also kind of like in danger of getting replaced with AI. You already have Neurosama, which is an entirely AI generated VTuber. So yeah. The way I see it is that at least YouTube creators right now are not in any sort of like issue with this. Effect designers, people who make stock footage, people that want to make stuff that's not meant to tie them to like a specific personality, those guys are kind of they're gonna get easily replaced. But at least for me, I'm still holding out strong. AI corporate VTubers are already here. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's just a thing. It's just a thing. Twitter's not a good place. Twitter is a place. I will say that Twitter's definitely better than Blue Sky and Mastodon. Those are not good places whatsoever. Alright, anything else you guys want me to check out or look at before we go and start playing White Knuckle? Our generation is cooked. Cooked? I think our generation will be like the last bastion of society where we still value certain things, right? We still value personalities. We still value celebrities. You know, we still value certain people. Like, if I want to look for an inspirational role model, I can just go look for one and be like, oh, this person's real. This is a real person. 20 years from now, maybe that real person won't even be real. We'll have fake role models. We'll have Vegeta giving us AI-generated inspirational quotes. Or maybe even worse, we'll all have the Neuralink, and then we can download the Vegeta personality so that we have Vegeta's personality, and it'll help us in our dating life. I don't know, man. We speed running Wally. I think society still values certain things. I don't know if we're all gonna get to the point of Wally. I don't know if we're all gonna be like 500 pounds and having to rely on a floating little bed to take us everywhere. I think society still values like physical strength and physical capability. I think we'll have an over-reliance of technology, but I think people who can master that reliance and also have like a good standing in the physical realm will have a lot more respect. Because right now we have money, we have physical strength, we have personality. Like if we think about what makes someone, like a guy for example, what makes a man successful? What is like the building blocks? If you think about, hey, who's a successful person in this world? You think about someone who has strength, someone who has charisma, and someone who has money, right? Those are the things that in which we judge other people on. And I know judging is like a harsh word. We're like, oh, I don't judge other people. We all inherently judge people subconsciously, right? So right now, personality is getting replaced by AI, right? Everyone's kind of just becoming a slop that we all depend on this AI to tell us what to think. So people who have strong personalities are able to kind of just stand out, right? You see them going like, hey, you're not thinking the way you're not just like the other people on social media. That's weird. Right. The other thing is money, but that's something that everybody in this world is always chasing because unfortunately our whole world revolves around money. And then physical strength, well, this is just something guys are, you know. You want strong guys. You want powerful, strong guys. That's just... Guys look at people like He-Man and they go like, hell yeah, I want to be like He-Man. That's just something that's just like wired into our monkey brains. Our generation is deep fried. Like, first it's gonna be Neuro, who I personally think is fine, because her creator often comes in on stream, and she also collabs. Next, most VTubers could be AI. Yeah. That's why I don't really do, like... I don't like doing the whole VTuber thing. And that's why, actually, I started showing my face on my videos a lot more. Did you ask any AI chat about yourself before? I mean, about your channel? No. I think once, I was like... I asked Grok, the Twitter AI, I was like, hey, tell me everything you know about Just Say Steven. I'm pretty sure, I don't remember the whole response, but it was basically like, oh, I don't know this person because they're not famous enough, or something like that. And I was like, oh crap, I'm not famous. Oh, I knew it. I'm just a washed out little streamer. This is a joke. Are you Andrew Tate's brother? No. Just because I'm bald. I would like you to compare me to The Rock, or Joe Rogan, or Jeff Bezos. Other popular bald people. Yes, we're all in a secret bald society of bald men. Omni-Man, He-Man? No. He-Man always. He-Man forever. Me, personally, Batman is the ideal male. Batman is a good example, I guess. But he's also kind of depressed. Like, when you go down into the rabbit hole of Batman and, like, why he goes so hard into being Batman, he's just broken. He's broken beyond repair. Like, I think of Batman and I think of someone who let their trauma define them. And that's perfectly fine in the case of Batman, but I think that you as a man, you're gonna go through a lot of trauma in your life, and your goal is to overcome it, not let it define you. You have to, like, overcome it. You have to, like, you know, oh crap, I've been dealt a horrible hand in my life, I gotta figure this out, and rise above it. I think the ideal man, I guess you could call Superman the ideal man. Because, you know, he tries to do the right thing. He's strong. He's charming. He plays dumb to kind of like, you know, not let people know that he's actually the world's strongest man in the world. But I think Batman is a good person, and I think he has good intentions, but I think he's also a very broken man. I think Superman is someone who's been through trials and tribulations, and he still manages to, like, put a smile on his face at the end of the day. What if Batman v Iron Man, rich versus richer? Yeah. Yeah, like, I get the not wanting to kill rule, but at one point, you just gotta give the Joker a little neck snap. I think they just need better prisons. I think they just need better prisons in Gotham. That's it. They have a huge issue with prisons. But yeah, guys. I used to not show my face on streams. Because I made one post. Yeah, I think it was this one. This doesn't count. I made this one post and it got like 4 million views. And I was like, holy crap, my face is ugly. Because people don't like my face. Because whenever I post a video without my face, it gets millions of views. So for a while, I stopped posting my face. And then I just started posting a bunch of shorts without showing my face. But then at one point, I was like, hold on. If AI is about to take over and YouTube Shorts is about to get flooded with a bunch of, like, fake crap, then this stuff is easily replicable, right? And AI could do this because they have no face, and they have no face to tie the channel to. So this is how it used to look, never showing my face, and now, in recent times, it's just like, look at this dumbass. Look at this dumbass. These are all auto-generated thumbnails, by the way, and I don't know why they always catch me, like, doing this. I wish the auto-generated thumbnails for once would just be like... No, they always catch me, like, doing, like, the weirdest faces. Right, in the future, movie posters, game screenshots, YouTube thumbnails are going to be AI-generated? Maybe. I think, at the end of the day, like I mentioned, you respond to the needs of the market. And I think that while you have really good thumbnails that look super realistic, like Mr. Beast, for example. Yeah, if I look at this Mr. Beast thumbnail, I'm like, oh, that's a great thumbnail. And if I look at this one over here, I'm like, oh, that's another great thumbnail. You know, this is very well made. But if everybody has the ability to make a thumbnail like this, then this thumbnail style ends up being not special. Like, this ends up being just another generic looking little thumbnail. And we already get to the point where we're kind of burnt out from watching a specific thumbnail style. And when it becomes accessible to everybody, then you kind of just stopped looking for it. You stop clicking on those videos. You really do. So I think that as AI-generated thumbnails become more and more popular, people going to YouTube looking for a connection with another streamer or with another YouTuber, they're going to want to look for something that looks relatable. You know, they're going to want to look for something that looks like, you look at that and you're like, oh, this looks like a regular guy making a regular YouTube video. Yeah, that looks fine. That looks fine. You know, for example, if I open up my YouTube right now, first thing I see, you see Asmongold here, and it's like literally a picture and his face is right here. And I look at that and I'm like, hey, that looks relatable. I could click on that. Over here, we have Charlie, right? And it's literally just his face there, indicating that he's talking. And I look at that and I'm like, hey, I could click on that. Yeah, that's some guy talking. And the same thing with this guy. This is a small YouTuber, Lord Verminet, I think. Yeah, he looks like a small YouTuber. Middle-aged nerd who plays games badly. Okay, see, I see this and I'm just like, yeah. You know? So if I'm going to YouTube looking for a connection, right now it's serving me perfectly what I would look for. It's just like guy talking, guy on stream reacting to something, but I'm getting like the raw indication that, oh, it's just like some dude talking. And in here it's just like, oh, some other dude talking, you know? So yeah, I see that and I'm just like, YouTube knows. YouTube knows at the end of the day. I love Charlie's thumbnails, they're so simple. Yeah, but sometimes the thumbnails and the titles are too simple. And then for me, it's just like, I have no idea what this video is about, so I'm not going to click on it. But for someone who loves watching Charlie nonstop, I understand. I understand. All right, let's close out all the thumbnails. Let's close out this. And let's start playing White Knuckle, okay? So we gotta get something done. We gotta actually get through the gameplay, you know? We gotta get something. Oh, man. Da-da-da-da-da. Here we go. Guys, if you have Twitch, and you feel like watching on Twitch, you go watch on Twitch too. Like, my Twitch is dead. My Twitch is embarrassingly dead. Hey, how you doing? Kitty, maybe? Cat's name is Sissy. She came with that name, so we decided not to change it. But her name is Sissy. Alright, let me go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back, and then we'll go straight into the gameplay. Alright? BRB! Sissy, don't touch anything. Don't touch anything. Hey. What's up, guys? Real Polish soldier, he's back. Dudes. It sucks because my studio's in the basement, and the bathroom is on the second floor. So I gotta go up 2 flights of stairs, and then go down 2 flights of stairs. Also, I got a tortilla on the way back. I'm counting calories, so I gotta be careful with what I eat. and like I just got a 70 calorie tortilla and it's got nothing on it. It just tastes good by itself. It just tastes good. Anyways. Hey, Polish soldier. What's up? All right, guys. Fellas. Welcome to White Knuckle. We're back at it once again. We kind of got the hang of the game. And dare I say, it is the most fun climbing game I've had. I mean, the most fun I've had playing a climbing game in a while. We're going to do the campaign. Campaign stats over to here. Score 270. Highest ascent 453 meters. We're good. Hey, I came over from YouTube. Thank you guys. Thank you. Bread enjoyer. Thank you so much. Deaths 18. So last time I don't know, we're getting destroyed, to be honest. But I think now we can actually start playing and just actually get some stuff done. Right. Alright, we put this away. Thank you. Hey guys, thank you for the Twitch follows. I appreciate it. Yeah, the way that Twitch works, you need to have like a certain amount of like a minimum number of viewers before you actually start getting exposure there. But it's so funny that because for like the I want to say like the past month or something, I've been trying to stream a little bit more on Twitch, but because I don't have like that much viewership on it, most of my viewership is on YouTube. Yeah, that Twitch has been going nowhere. That's fine though. That's fine. That's fine. I love all platforms equally, just like how I love platformer games, and this is basically a climbing platformer game. You see that? I'm already on level 2. I've already ascended 50 meters. I feel like I just started. And we're already at over 50 meters. And I haven't had to use any items. Okay, just a little slip up there. That's fine. A little bit of a slip up. Whoop. So, for those of you who don't really know anything about this, White Knuckle is it's considered a horror climbing game. It's a speed-runnable, fast-paced climbing game with roguelike elements, right? Because every time you start a climb, it's always different. Okay, I gotta do something here. Let's get a barbell, and just... It's not a barbell. What is this called again? I'm thinking in gym terms. Yeah, what is that called again? We got the nails. These are not barbells. Barb wire. Barb. Hold on, I gotta like start. Right, okay.
Fluctuations detected in air exchange systems. Expect
Climb.
intermittent drops in ambient heat levels.
I like this game because of the original 3D inventory. It looks fun. I really like the way that the interface looks like. We got one cockroach. So the cockroaches here are the currency, basically. Right, you use that on vending machines. And the whole objective of the game is that you have to climb all the way to the top and escape the facility. Oh, crap. Where do I go from here? There's no way to climb. I'm gonna have to, like, start using stuff. So let's use this one. Let's kind of just poke it here. Yeah, and from there I can go there. So let's go here. Let's go here. And then here. Yeah. And then we climb this. There we go. There we go. Rebar. Okay, it was called rebar. Yeah. Okay, now we climb this. Absolute insane plays. I know, we just started and we're already so good. We're already doing amazing. We're already doing great. But yeah, let me give you guys a little bit more funny information about how Twitch works, because I'm not an expert, but I've been around the block for a few years. Right, so Twitch, the one thing that they prioritize is how long you've been streaming, right? Because the more you stream, the more viewers will gradually pop up onto your stream and kind of just stick around, pushing you higher in the rankings. And then just like, how many viewers can you get per se to watch? Like the higher the view count number, the more chances you have of being discovered. So if you have like one viewer, you're probably not gonna go anywhere. 100%. Just being real. You're not gonna go anywhere. But if you somehow manage to get like 15 viewers, 20 viewers, then that completely changes because now you're ranking a little bit higher on the search, on the discoverability. Whoa, let's climb this. Ah! And then you can actually start getting exposure. So there's a little bit of a gap, a skill gap when it comes to like these live streaming platforms. With YouTube, it's a little bit different. Because with YouTube, you have like thumbnails and discoverability and the algorithm doing the work for you. But on Twitch, it's literally like, you gotta have like an established base. If you don't have that, you're probably not gonna go anywhere. And that's why, unfortunately, there's some people that will stream on Twitch for years and never see growth. Never ever. Ah! Okay. Oh, almost ran out of stamina there. Gold bugs. Yes. I got 2 of them. I got 2 of them. Sweet. Crap. Almost fell. So yeah, that's my little bit of tidbit of information for you guys. Yes. Yes. I have so many resources.
Ventilation maintenance schedule to be announced.
Okay, on this climb, I think I have to like chill here for a second until my stamina comes back. Yep. And then I go like, whoa! No, no! Crap. Oh, the sludge is already pretty high up. Damn it. Okay, let's try that again, huh? Let's try that again. You stay here. Okay, without jumping, I have to grab to something. There we go. There we go. No! No! No, 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 no. Oh, my goodness. Okay, okay, drink the soda. Drink the soda, we're fine. Oh, this is disgusting. Okay, we're making that jump. It's the gunk. It's the gunk. Can I even make this jump? My hands are so red. Oh, you suck. Okay, that was a good run. That was a good start. That was a good start. 182 meters on the first run. Not bad. So yeah, because it is a roguelike, every time you die, you start over. Oh, I didn't deposit their cockroaches. There's like a waiting room somewhere up there. That once you get there, you can deposit your cockroaches on the vending machine so you can use them to buy resources on future runs. And because it is a roguelike game, every time you climb one of these levels, it's always different. So this is different than the one I got before. There we go. Good first run. It was a great first run, yeah. It was the best run anyone could have ever asked for. I mean, ideally, you know, the first run, the perfect first run is the one where you beat the game at. But, you know, this is just one of those games where you're not meant to beat it on the first run. There we go, 50 meters already. 50 meters. Okay, nope. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I remember last time there was like a huge portrait of a woman down there. Yeah, I don't think we'll ever see that again. It was a nice little, you know, tidbit of sometimes the same rooms can have slight differences. Okay, how do we do this? This one, this one, this one. Sweet. Right, gotta go this way. Yep. Alright, it makes me wonder that, you know, can I just realistically just grab, snap, and jump real quick to preserve stamina?
Authority Directive 983. Training initiatives in the deep substructure.
Oh, cockroach. Cockroach. Ah, damn it. Okay, you're gone. Okay, this looks, funny. I guess we'll just kind of just go, huh? Oof, that was close. That was close. That's really close. I don't know why that just sent me backwards. Oh! Oh! No! No! Okay, okay. The sludge is rising, but we're still fine. You know, a simple rookie mistake, but not the worst thing in the world. Okay, there we go. Wait, I'm looking at an ad and it has the guy from Death Stranding and Keanu Reeves. The guy from Death Stranding— you suck. Ah! You mean, the guy from The Walking Dead? What was his name, Daryl? Funny how he just started becoming the guy from Death Stranding. I feel like most people would normally know him from The Walking Dead, since that's what technically got him, you know, really in the spotlight. You suck! Ah! Okay, I have one more try left before the goop consumes me. Or I just die right there, huh? Or I suppose I'll just die right there. This is the tricky part. There we go. I haven't watched The Walking Dead, but yeah, that guy. Dude, I watched, I think it was like the first season of The Walking Dead, and after I watched it, I was like, I don't feel like I need to watch anything more about this. Like, I know there's a lot more to the story than after season 1, and I hear it gets really exciting in some parts, but it's one of those shows that it's just like, it has a reputation for being overdone. And it gets to the point where you're just like, okay, you really... we don't have to keep going with this, right? We could end this show at any moment, and yet you refuse to end the show. Like, I think The Walking Dead was probably one of those very first TV shows that started asking the question, how far could we really push this game? I mean, this show. How many seasons can we churn out that are still technically profitable? I mean, I correct me if I'm wrong, I haven't seen The Walking Dead past season 1 like I mentioned, but is it still running? Are people still watching it? Okay, let's see if we can jump to that. Yeah, we can. And then from there we jump here, and then from here we jump here. Perfect. Easy. Yeah. All I know is that it fell off pretty hard, and that Negan, or whatever his name, kills the guy from title card. Yeah. That's like the last time I actually heard about The Walking Dead being somewhat hype. When like the Negan stuff happened. That's the guy with like the spiky bat, right? Yeah, that's the last time I heard anybody talking about The Walking Dead. What is that slimy sound? Oh, it's one of those slimy creatures. Right, slimy creatures. Do I have to use the slimy? No, I think I can climb without it. 3 cockroaches. Oh, never mind, it got me. Yep. Alright, so to get rid of this, you have to actually... You actually have to hit it with a hammer. If not, it kills you. Okay, so gotta run, avoid them. So, I don't know if that's why people consider this to be a horror climbing game. Because it has like little funny, you know, slimy creatures. Whew. Oh, you see that? That's a spear over there. That's like the best item in the game. I don't know if I can make that jump though. I don't know if I want to make that jump. You suck! Okay, okay, we're fine, we're fine. There we go. Alright, they get less funny. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know The Walking Dead was supposed to be funny. I thought it was supposed to be like a serious drama slash zombie show. Let me just put that away. Whoop. You suck! Oh no! I forgot I gotta wait for the swing. Spears are just cool. Honestly, best item in the game. I kind of like the rebar better because it's just that accessible. Spears, you get them once in a blue moon. I know, but I know they are the best item in the game by far. That we've seen so far. Let me just make that correction because I haven't gone that far into the game to know if there's anything better. Okay, this one we actually have to do this. And this. Okay. Sweet. Oh. What is that? What is that little ball there? Is that like an Easter egg or something? Let me use this rebar. What is that? Oh, let me just... Okay. Alright, before the sludge gets here, let me see what that is. If I've learned anything about roguelikes, is that you always pick up the Easter eggs and like the little funny achievement stuff. Is that what is this?
Alert. Air exchange ventilation cycle delay.
Alright, I'll just put it away then.
Atmospheric pressure may fluctuate.
It's like a little wormy, isn't it? Is that a grub? It is. It is. That's weird. Okay. I'm sure that'll be important at some point in the future. Alright, get over here. Get over here. Nope, they're gone. This thing saves... Okay, I don't have any gold cockroaches, though. But it does save how many coins I've put into it. If you want to call them coins. Take that, put this away. Put this away, too. Wait, maybe the grub is worth, like, a lot of money. Maybe it's another type of currency? That's what I'm thinking, yeah. It could be, like, a different type. Oh, this is gonna be gross. Okay, so we go here. Hold on. No, into this. Oh, there goes the grub. Sometimes the less obvious route is faster. Well, everybody knows that. Now I don't have my grub. Hello? The most important thing about the world is finding little funny grubs to rescue, because clearly that thing was alone. Clearly. Yeah, but now we lost it. Get the soda for later, get this for later. Any rebar? No. Oh wait, rebar? Rebar? Cool. Bread for Peaks of Yore? That's a name. Thank you for the follow, appreciate it. But yeah. Somebody really asked the question, what if we could make Peaks of Yore, but into a scary game? And this is what we ended up with. Well, scary, faster game, I guess. Let's go here. I'm sure that radio's important. Bean soda? It's not bean soda. It's just regular soda. It's cockroach soda. If we have to go by, you know, what the game is presenting us, the only liquid that we can find is both the slime that's rising up and the juice that you get from squeezing out cockroaches. So I'm assuming that these stamina sodas are really just like cockroach sodas. And that's what they are. And I know it's not something people want to hear, but it is the reality. They're cockroach sodas. That's what the government wants us to drink. Have you consumed your daily dose of roach slop? Whew, I thought I was gonna fall in there. Gross. Gross. The silos are actually just a joke flavor soda production plant. The mass is their latest flavor. I wonder what this is. I can clearly grab onto it, but it doesn't, like, do anything. Maybe that's where you put the grub. I have played Peaks of Yore, though. Yeah. Oh, God, it's this level. I really hate this one.
Atmospheric containment breach in Sector 12. Hazardous conditions present.
Okay, okay. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's a good start. Let's see. I just want to cheat this level. Is there a way for me to cheat this level? I don't want to waste my rebar, though. I just really hate this level in particular. Okay, let's see if we can make this jump. Yep. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Yeah, hello, one of the devs. Sorry I made this level. Yeah, there's a hidden route off the side. Clearly it's very hidden. It's too hidden for my liking. Cockroach. I guess I'll just put the cockroach in here. Schwap. Yeah. I'll save that for later. It's clearly way too hidden for the obvious simpleton like myself to figure it out. Alright, we're halfway. No, wait. Okay, I will say one thing. I hate everything about this. Everything about this sucks. But that entrance is actually pretty awesome. Like, the first time I went through that entrance, I was like, well, I don't know how we're doing this. And then after we did it, it was just like, hey, that was kind of cool. Okay, how am I supposed to... Okay. You suck. You suck. Nothing here. Oh, this is how you do the jump, right. Whip! Okay. I beat your stupid level. I beat it. Too easy. It was far, far too easy. Your little stupid level. It was way too stupid. It was too easy for such a genius as myself. We're so good. We're so good. Now be prepared for a worse level. Yeah, that's gonna end up biting me in the ass. I'm sure of it. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but every time I feel confident about something, it usually doesn't end up going my way. Drop. Yes. 2. Rebar. And, this one's just unrealistically high. Why does it have to be so high?
Attention. Facility power levels critical.
Why?
Main reactor failure detected.
Right, so usually what I do here is I just stick this rebar, like, around here. Yeah, that's my main strat. And then go here. And then here I can make this jump. Yeah. I just get stressed for, like, no reason. This is actually quite easy. Quite easy. Okay. You're doing too well here. I feel a loss coming. Maybe this is just, like, a good run. Alright? Not everything has to end up in a very expected way of me falling off 1,000 meters. Maybe I'll just actually have a good run this time. Oh, I hate this one, though. This is the one I died to, like, I think it was like 2 runs ago. Yeah, I think this one's definitely the one I died to 2 runs ago. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Yeah, so if I jump right here, it just pushes me back. So I gotta, like, skedaddle to the side. Are you serious? Okay. Yes, you were serious, but we're fine. We're fine. Sorry, I got, like, I saw the rebar with the chain. I got a little too excited. A little too excited. But we're still fine. We're doing good. We're still fine. Alright. Now, if we take a fall here, we're kind of, like, screwed, so... I guess we're not that screwed. Yeah, okay. We're running out of time here.
Attention. Structural integrity at 63%. Losing substructures may cause unexpected hazards.
Why? 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 Ah. Sucks. I'm not even dying to, like, the hard stuff. I'm dying to, like, miscalculations in my arms. I feel like a toddler that still has no hand-eye coordination. Yeah, that's how I feel like. Let's go this way. Ripperoni. It just happens sometimes. Yeah. It's fine. You know, it's part of the learning process. And you know, let's be real. If you guys were in my shoes, you'd be suffering the same fate. Or worse. Or better. Well, then, you know, for my sake, let's just say worse.
Alert. Air exchange ventilation cycle delayed.
Okay.
Atmospheric pressure
Soda.
may fluctuate
Soda.
unexpectedly.
Makes me want to go after that thing, but it's kind of too far away. My hands were bleeding there. They were bleeding red. Okay, so... How do I open this? There's clearly something on the other side of this. Is this what I need the grub for? Is there like an open button? I feel like there should be. But no, let's just ignore that. And kind of just go through here. Yeah, because whatever's knocking that loud clearly doesn't want to be disturbed. So who am I to disturb it, you know? Who am I to disturb it? Okay, so we're gonna go for that one.
Recycling protocol active in main storage. Waste reduction at 19% efficiency.
Ah, sweet. Perfect. I'll take this for the trip. Oh god, there's so much lore. Yeah. I can already see the YouTube video essays. The 3-hour-long essays explaining the entire lore of the game. Which actually reminds me of like a really funny thing that happened. Completely unrelated, by the way. It just made me think about it. Do you guys remember when Nikocado Avocado posted that video of like the dramatic weight loss? Do you guys remember that little saga on the internet that everybody was talking about for a hot minute? That was interesting, right? That was really interesting. The thing is that I think a day before, or like a few days before, I don't actually remember how much time had passed by then, a YouTuber had dropped... Oh, look, it's the painting again. With 2 of these. And paper? Huh. A YouTuber had dropped an 8-hour-long video completely talking about the downfall of Nikocado Avocado and how he's ruining his life because of the weight loss and crap, you know? I mean, because he wasn't losing weight. Like, YouTuber dropping 8-hour-long essay going like, hey, Nikokado's on a bad path. And like, literally a day later, Nikokado uploads invalidating. Climber, I saw you. No more pills, everything fades. What have we done? In their home, meet with their mother. She is kind. Okay, this is the second time we're getting this. This is important lore. I feel like we should put this somewhere important. He saw you? Who saw me? Guys, don't be all cryptic now. Who saw me? Right? Clearly they saw me, but who? Who saw me? The artist saw you? Ah, the artist of this. Right. So they are cool. This is technically my second time getting this, so the first time they saw me... Huh. A very cool artist indeed. Indeed, of course. Oh, gross. Gross. Okay, last time we kind of went through here, so we can do this, right? And that kind of puts us in the step here. And now we're back in this crappy little thing. What even are these? I think they're air conditioners, right? They look like air conditioners. Are they air conditioners? Filtration systems? Whatever they are, they suck. Crap.
Vandalism of facility property is strictly prohibited.
Where's my spear? Yeah, let's cheat the level. Okay, where do we throw this at? Where are we throwing this bad boy at? There? Please don't suck. Hell yeah. Alright, the sludge is rising up, so we probably only get one shot at this. Whoop! Okay, that's halfway through. I think I can climb this. I've never actually been through this side. Is this climbable? I hope so. Well, this is climbable. There's more of that knocking sound. Let's put this here. Somewhere. Okay. Okay. That's the faster route I was talking about. Yeah, that's the fastest route to my death. They are Connex boxes. You are in deep storage. It's the first time I've heard the word Connex. You can still hear the knocking. Right. Faster but more sketchy, yeah. Yeah, quick question. Right, since you're one of the devs, quick question. What's the slime made of? What is the slime made of? And also, what's in the stamina juices? We can't decide if it's like diluted slime that we're drinking, or if it's like cockroach guts. Yeah, we can't seem to decide that. I personally think it's beans. It's bean juice? I don't know if it's bean juice. Okay, so this is a Connex box that I can grab to, but I can't open. It is, in fact, canned beans. Oh, I get it, because, you know, beans give you energy. Right? Because beans have fiber, and fiber doesn't give you energy. What? What are you talking about? Fibers don't give you energy. I thought we were just drinking like a Monster or something, honestly. It was like, oh, it's an energy drink. Clearly, it's a stamina drink. I don't know, I was drinking beans. Plant protein maxing. Perhaps. Okay, this is the funny part. That's the funny part. Now we can do this. Bum, bum, bum. It's this thing again. Oh. Hopefully we don't die before we can get it. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Okay, we got the grub. Still don't know what that's for, but we're taking it.
Hydraulic door system in power station C5 remains responsive.
Why would a soda be in a tin can? For preserving... Oh, crap. For preservative measures. My little baby. Yeah, what's the grub for? Like, I thought... Because of the way it is and how cute it is, I don't know, does it need to have a use? Maybe you don't need to use it for anything. Maybe it's just a cute thing. Okay, it's talking to me. Maybe it's just cute to have around. You know, you guys ever play RuneScape? And whenever you're, like, playing RuneScape, you're beating a boss, there's, like, a 1 in 5,000 chance of the boss dropping a pet. And the pet does absolutely nothing other than just, like, be there. Yeah, maybe that's the case here. Oof. You can use it. If you use it, you can stick it onto surfaces. Okay, but do I get it back? Let's try that out. I feel like a bad man. So I can stick to surfaces, and it turns me into Spider-Man.
Silo elevator 9 malfunction reported. Use caution when entering or exiting the lift.
I don't know if I wanted to do that. That was kind of a murderous thing. Damn. I'm sure there was an... Oh, crap. It is a crime. Yeah, clearly. Oh, there is no way to get up there, is there? Maybe I can go through there. Damn. Now I feel bad. Not gonna lie. Feel kind of bad. I was expecting, I don't know, maybe pet it? Maybe stick it to the surface and then I can grab onto it? I wasn't expecting just... Yeah, doing that. Just squishing its guts out. Just... Oh, that's funny. That's really funny. Ascended 100 meters. Okay. What's the end goal from here? Over there? Yep. Over there. Over there. Crap! Okay. Grab this. Grab this. I don't know if I can make that. Okay, in the past I've gone through here. This has been like the standard, so let's go through here. Yeah, let's go through here. I forget how I do this. I have a method. Do I usually rebar here? Maybe. Let's just do it just in case. Yeah, I don't know if I was gonna make it without the rebar.
Alert. Air exchange
No, you suck!
delayed.
Ah.
Atmosphere.
Crap. Crap. Okay. Did we cause an extinction? No, I think more grubs will spawn. Yeah, I think more grubs will spawn, don't worry. You know, and next time we'll actually try using it properly to kind of just understand how it works. Yeah, next time we'll actually, you know, we'll give it a death with meaning. Not just, we accidentally murdered it on the spot. We'll actually give it some proper use, okay? Justice for grubs. Okay, we got the bar. Where to now? Where to now? Okay. You know what? Since the game is technically under the horror label, I kind of don't feel that bad anymore since we crushed the grub. In fact, let's actually take the conversation further. Why aren't we crushing more grubs? Yeah, let's actually crush more of them. That should be like a part of it, right? Like every single run, you have to crush at least one grub. That was awful, me. That was awful. You know, it's an intended game mechanic, why not? Something you guys have to understand, that whenever there's a mechanic in a video game, it's 100% because the developers thought, hey, we're putting that in the game. Just like whenever they decide to put a pet the cat option, they didn't have to do that, but they did. They 100% did because they were like, we need an option that helps you pet cats. Okay, we're good. So maybe we do need more crush the grub buttons.
Floor scrubbers in the central corridor offline.
Damn it.
Surface cleanliness at 43%.
It's that door again with the banging. How to make speedrunners feel bad? Grub. Dude, I don't think speedrunners care anything, you know, care that much about how many grubs they gotta crush. It's all for a greater good. That just cannot be beans. It's gotta be something else. Because you're clearly just drinking it. You're clearly when did I get so many of these items? Okay, where are we going here, from here? Let's see. Oh, we gotta go that way. Crush grub, any percentage. Bean inhaler. Man. It's so dystopian to think that in this game, our primary source of food is just beans. And like the other thing that you find in this place that's actually consumable, not really by yourself, but I guess by the vending machine, you know, the thing that you look at and you're like, I could probably eat this, it's just cockroaches. Such a dystopian worldview. That's the future that humanity's gonna have to suffer the next couple of years. You'll be eating canned beans and cockroaches for protein. I mean, I'm not gonna, like, sit here and say that I'm beneath eating canned beans. You know, they actually taste really good. You know, especially if you get, like, the seasoned black beans from Walmart. The great value. Probably, like, what, 98 cents? Whew, those are good right off the can. You know? But I can see how some people will totally be like, oh, I'm not eating only beans for the rest of my life. I mean, oh, let me just collect my items and be on my way. Oh. Okay. So far, we've been doing pretty crappy. Like this is like the best we've done in a while. But so far, our runs today have been actually kind of crappy. I'm British, so I eat canned beans a lot. That's sweet. I just eat them because they taste good. They just taste good. And lately I've been putting them like in my salads because I've been eating a lot of salads. I'm a salad guy now. I used to have them on my rice. But somewhere along the line I stopped eating so much rice. Now I'm a salad and beans guy. Yes, we made it. Oh. Whew, another one of these bad boys. God, this level just keeps getting... okay. Okay. Can you stop doing that? I'm just gonna jump towards the middle. Yep, towards the middle. Oh, finally, the break room. And I have no roaches. Yeah, we finally get to the break room and I have no roaches to my name. Let's get my little can of beans. Go away. Beans. I can buy technically anything except for that. A lot of beans here. But I realistically don't need anything. There's one golden roach there. I don't feel like going to go get it. I'm just gonna climb this after consuming my beans. I can climb this pole, which is cool. Shattered chambers. Okay, so we finally made it here. Cool. Beans on toast is a good meal, and don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. No. I mean, I've never had beans on toast. I don't feel like I want to figure out, you know, and find out what they taste like. But at the same time, I'm kind of not interested. It just sounds gross.
Alert. Per local authority directive 1032.
Okay, where are we going from here?
Evacuation order has been.
Okay, so we're here. Where do we go from here? That way? Yep, that way. This is a tricky level. Whoa, whoa, whoa. But also kind of easy. You know, there's like very grabbable surfaces, which I like. There's an arrow pointing in that direction. Okay, so I gotta go that way. But do I want to? I guess so. Yeah, because look at that. Look at that. All right, let's go. Whew. Close. Chair. Goodbye, chair. Very close. Door doesn't open. Okay, so we don't want to follow there, huh? We don't want to follow in there. But we kind of have to keep going this way. I don't know if I want to deal with this, so let me just use my first spear and kind of just cheat the system here. Like right here. Yeah, right there. You know, sometimes you just don't want to deal with stuff. Sometimes you really, like realistically, you really don't want to deal with stuff. Caution? Alright, what are we looking at over here? Caution of what? Oh, that's what. Let me just crouch. Huh. 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 I don't know if I can climb that. Let's try a second spear. I can probably climb... Okay, that went somewhere. Ah! Yeah, baby. Best descent. There's another spear over there, and that seems to be... There's something there, like a triangle. That seems interesting, but I guess this is the best we've ever gotten. 398 meters. Let's go. I told you guys. We're getting so good at this. You're cooked, bro? No, no. You're wrong. Oh, that's my spear. Look at where it landed. Damn. I guess it did help me out in the end. This is so good. We're doing so good here. We need to... If I remember correctly, like this... The slime last time started climbing up really fast, so I really gotta hurry. Because last time I died to jank. Like literal jank. Let's use a rebar here. Crap, another rebar then?
Hydraulic door system in power station C5 remains responsive. No
Okay, I don't have more rebars, so we're gonna have to like speed run this. Yeah, because this seems to really be a speed thing. Really gotta hurry. What's on the floor? Gunk. Bro, can you like, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's like the same gunk as before, except now it's like gunkier gunk. Cockroach? 2 cockroaches. Okay. I already hear the slime climbing, so let's kind of hurry up here. Oh, need this. Thank you. Oof. New research found. Climb 500 meters in a round. Yeah. Oh, I think my inventory's starting to get a little full. Whew. Vending machine? Not now. More of that triangle nonsense. I swear, that's symbolism for something. There's something there, though. I kind of want to see. What is that? Crap. Okay, okay. I wasted a little bit of time here. I don't know if that was the best use of my rebar, but it's the use I ended up with. No! What is this? Oh, that seemed important, but I kind of just threw it away. Oh, man. I'm running out of space here. This is the end for me, my master. No. Oh. I think it was a nail, but instant. Yeah, I kind of just wasted it. Perks unlocked, though. You are at a whim of a cold, uncaring universe. Good luck. What are perks, though? That's interesting. Details. Alright. Yeah, we should give the gunk a name. I don't know. I don't know what we should name it. We got 534 meters, though. That's great. That is good. If we go to main menu. Logbooks. Is this stuff I've unlocked? Deep storage tier 1 unlocked. Regions, items. Crimes committed. 1 out of 2? Okay, so crushing the thing was a crime. I've eaten 1 of 2 whatever this is, and I've swallowed 1 of 2 this. Funny how now is when I'm actually unlocking perks. That poor grub, I guess it was a crime to kill it, yeah. It was 100% a crime. But then again, I guess this is just part of the game, right? Just part of the game. Okay, I wonder what the whole perk system is like, though. Maybe it's something I can unlock at vending machines or something. We'll see. We'll see. Do-do-do-do-do. Relaxing climbing. At the stupid level. At the very, very stupid level. Okay, how do I do this one? Yeah, you go through here. Then you go through here. And then you kind of have to go through here. And then you go through here. And then there's a vendor here. Man, but... yeah, once you get to that one area, once you're done... I don't know if that was like past the silos. Once you get to like that one area with like the panels, the slime really picks up. It really, really picks up in speed. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm kind of stuck here, but that's fine, because I can recover my stamina. Cool. Now we can get back into it. I didn't notice this. Cans? I didn't know you could stand here. Oh, that's cool. Let me just get this. Drop this. I had no idea that was resting point. Sweet. This level is horrible. It is. It's not my favorite. It's not a bad level design. It's a good designed level, but it's not my favorite. It's tricky, for sure. There's others, though, that I kind of dislike more, though. Let's get... Okay. Do we just... Yeah, let's just... Whoa! Let's just do it. Let's just do it. It's more comfortable to go through this side and climb here. Whoa! Golden cockroach! Damn it, I got away. Okay, so this one... Not gonna lie, I'm not even impressed with the whole 100 meters climb. I'm really not. After reaching 500 meters, which is like the best thing I've ever done in my life. Cockroach? Yeah, 100 meters just like doesn't even, it doesn't faze me. Hey, there's no spear there. Usually there is one. Oh, my hands are bloody red. Oh, made it. There's gotta be a way to open this door, right? There just has to be a way to open this. I'm not really sure how, but I just know there has to be. Okay, so, whoop. From a sheer speed standpoint, these nails right now, they're fine. They're fine. You know, there's like a handy little tool. But when I get to like the other area, I realize how important they are because, you know, you really gotta like speed through the whole level because the stupid slime is climbing. You know, so they definitely become a lot more valuable in the future. Right now it's just like a little funny tidbit of like, oh yeah, I can use this, I guess, you know, just collect them. And I guess, you know, I have time to figure out if I need to use it or not, but later in the game, I'm just like, crap, nail, hurry, where's my nail? So even though it's like the most common item I see right now, it becomes very handy in the future. Because of how limited the other items are. And it kind of makes me wish that I didn't just waste all my rebar in my previous run. So I gotta make sure to save them until they're absolutely necessary. Not when I feel lazy. What the hell is a door? Climb girl, probably. Maybe. Yeah, these items are precious. They're like gold. Okay, my inventory's too full. That's fine. Yeah, these are super important. The nails, though, are good. Okay, we're doing good. Crap, we're not doing... Okay, we're still doing good. It's fine.
Alert. Air exchange ventilation cycle delayed.
Ooh. Remember when you got cut in half by a door and the game made fun of you? I remember, something like that, yeah. But then again, I didn't get cut in half. No, that's not what happened. I just got mildly inconvenienced by pressure coming from both directions at the same time. That's what happened. I was mildly inconvenienced by a sudden burst of pressure coming from my sides. I didn't get cut in half. I didn't get squished. No painting this time? No painting this time. I thought we were gonna get a painting. Jump! Hey, we're already at the break room. Damn. Honestly, I thought we'd be taking a little bit longer. Just put away the cockroaches.
Caution. Possible structural weakening detected in training chamber 66 support beams.
Everything seems fine.
Heavy equipment use.
Yeah, I got 3 cockroaches. Sweet. Alright. I'm not really at the level where I feel like these are super mega important, that I feel like I need to buy them. But I'm also very stingy when it comes to, like, spending currencies in games. So I probably will only use them when it's absolutely necessary. And even then, I probably still won't use them. You guys ever be like that? We're rich. Are you guys ever like that? Like, I will sometimes just purposely skip out on in-game content because I'm so stingy with the resources. I'm the kind of guy that somehow manages to acquire a bunch of, like, skill points in a video game and just forget to actually use them because I'm afraid of actually... oh, crap. Of actually spending them. You know, I'm just always afraid, what if I use it? What if I buy the wrong thing? Oof, that was weird. Okay, so... this is gonna be a little tricky one, but... whoop. This is actually the first time I've gotten this level. And I will say, I don't hate it. But I still have the opportunity to hate it. Ah. I think I hate this level. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that sucks. Damn. You know what? You know what? That was on me. That wasn't on the level. That was on me. That was 100% on me. I could have avoided that. That was deeply, truly an avoidable situation that I kind of just put myself in. Oh, man. What do you guys think of the game so far? Unfortunately, I gotta tell you, it's a very addictive game. It's a very, very addictive game. It's the kind of game that you lose, and then you kind of just want to keep getting back into it. You know, and that's honestly what you kind of expect from a good video game. You want the type of video game that you play, and as soon as you lose, you're like, I gotta get back up there. So, in terms of like that, really good. I like it. Vaulting up is way more consistent for those fan things. Trying to jump almost always causes weirdness. Yeah. I saw it was very inconsistent. Like, sometimes I'll be able to jump across them, other times not. I should have probably just tried to jump on top of them instead of just trying to, like, grab onto one and then try to climb off of it.
Alert. Sensors
Which is more addicting, this or Balatro? Can I be honest? I've never played Balatro, so I'm not the person that can answer that question. Oh, it's this level. Huh. Yeah, I've never played Balatro, so I can't really tell you that, hey, Balatro's better, this one's better. All I know from Balatro is what people tell me about it, and at least from what people tell me, it's great. I mean, you don't get Game of the Year nomination just by not being good. I guess some games are the exception to that, though. Don't close, don't close, don't close! Thank you. Thank you. Don't squish me in half. But in terms of, like, which game I'm liking more right now, I guess this one, because I haven't played the other one. But compared to, like, other games I've played recently, this is really nice. I really like this one. Just makes me want to keep playing it. which is usually what you find, what you expect from a game like this.
Routine safety drills are no
Like the
longer
issue with roguelike games.
remains closed for decontamination procedures.
Are you seeing what? Oh, it just didn't grab onto it. Okay. Yeah, the issue with roguelike games is that when a roguelike game, you suck again. If it doesn't inspire you to want to keep playing after you die and lose your progress, then it's not doing a very good job at what it's supposed to do. Right? Because the fun part about roguelike games is being able to play it. Ah! Whew. This is new. Yeah, the fun thing about them is being able to play them and die, lose, but then you get a little bit better each time. Right, you get a little bit better each time, and that's like the motivator to want to keep playing the game. So there has to be a sort of element of, this game is fun enough that I don't mind restarting if I die. Because I know that next time I will be able to do much better. My next run will be better.
B12 remains at 64% functionality.
But if your roguelike doesn't have that, and it doesn't inspire you to want to keep playing it, and it just frustrates you, and you're just like, oh, this sucks. I don't want to keep playing. Whew, 300. Then it's not doing a very good job. Again with the knocking. Again with the knocking, come on. How is this my best descent? I thought I got... Oh, my best descent this at this speed? Okay, I thought I was going like way higher, but this just tells me that I'm going really fast, which is great. I'm doing so much better. It's very addicting because I constantly hear molt sounds in my head. Yeah, that's fair. Wizard of Legend has a pretty nice loop, especially since every spell feels like a small achievement. Yeah. Like, when it comes to games like this, I'm no game developer. Ah! But I can just, you know, as someone who plays it, I guess you can say as a spectator of the sport, the loop is very important. Oh, crap. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? I gotta go that way. Okay. Woo! Okay, how do we get over there? Oh. Wow, I just climbed all of that for nothing. Got it. Alright, we just keep breaking records, boys. We keep breaking records in terms of speed. Break room. Where's my roaches? There we go. Put one here. I got another one here. 10 roaches. Nice. Da-da-da-dum. Drink my can of beans. I think I have a lot of items, but let's just keep that one just in case.
Alert. Sensors indicate water seepage in Silo 7. Moisture levels may compromise.
Oh, it's the one with the wind. This one's kind of tricky. How do I climb this one again? Yeah, this one's a little tricky. Gotta climb here, climb here. And then from there, you go to the tendrils. Let me just whip out a hammer. Yeah, take me up. Take me up. Thank you. Go away. No, no, go away. No, no. Damn it. Oh, they got me. I couldn't hammer them in time. You suck. I thought I was doing good. Like, do I hammer the body or do I hammer the tendril? I think the tendril, right? Me and my homies love the break room. You can smack their tongues away. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. I guess I should have been aiming for the tongue, not the... Yeah, not for the tongue and not the body itself. I was going for the body. Better not lock me out. Okay. Now, this run in particular, the one we're doing right now, it's all about speed. Alright? Now that we're comfortable with our climbing abilities, it's all about speed, boys. And I guess we can collect the cockroach along the way. Where do we go from here? Ah. Speed and confusion. There we go. No painting. That's fine. Like, I'm not pretending to be a speedrunner. I'm not gonna say I'm something that I'm not. But I feel comfortable enough with my abilities. Thanks to the endless deaths that I've had in this game.
Air exchange scrubbers are currently cycling. Expect brief reductions in oxygen flow.
Oh, yeah, let me just let go of both buttons, huh? Let me just let go of both buttons. Yeah, I feel pretty confident in my ability to climb now. I think I've played this game enough to at least feel comfortable with the movement. Oh, you're not getting me this time, little boy. Can you not? I'm trying to be speedful here. Hello? Can you get out? Okay, thank you. I was gonna whip out the hammer. I was gonna whip out the hammer. Okay, soda. Oh no! Wow, that was a big drop. I guess I got a consolation prize off of it. Whoopsie. Oh. That was close. Yeah. No, like these beginner levels, they're still not bad. They're still not terrible because the slime isn't climbing up as fast. It's when you get to... I gotta stop doing that. I can't keep jumping on that area. Can you move? Thank you. Yeah, when you're jumping on that one lip, that's what keeps killing me. The rebar will one-shot the tentacles too? That's kind of bloody, but kind of awesome. Yeah, that's kind of bloody. Kind of awesome. Okay, here I just gotta climb normal. Normal. Okay, now I can do it. See? There we go. We made it. Our hands are red, but they're fine. Whip out a nail. Alright, that's kind of gross. I guess we're gonna have to deal with that. I don't want to deal with you, bro. Go away. Okay.
Reminder, the cafeteria remains closed indefinitely due to hazardous contamination.
Okay, one question I would love to answer. What cafeteria? Maybe I wasn't paying enough attention to the lore or something, but... yeah. Why am I stuck here? What does the lore say about my situation here? I just remember I got here and they told me, bro, you gotta escape. And that's what I'm doing. But like... okay, so there's storage. Right, there's storage. There's cafeterias. What else? Okay, this is the way I gotta go. They gave the same vibe as the Half-Life tentacle things. Yeah. Alright. Alright, we're doing so good. Let's see. How do I usually do this one? Oh, through here, right? Yeah, through here. And then I kind of just climb this. Yep. And then I just... Yep. Yep. Okay, I fell. Good cause you to skip, I think. You just got hired as a maintenance worker. You realize that you worked 14 hours, 7 days a week. Oh, and no paid overtime, right? Yeah. I'm assuming you worked there and something happened that trapped you? Or some prison of some kind? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. All good, valid theories. All very good and valid theories. I usually use a rebar here. I think I can get away without using it. I think I can just jump to this one. Oof. This is a good jump. Yeah, I did really good on that one. Oh, no. Break room? Yep, break room. I keep reaching the break room more consistently, dude. Last stream, this was a miracle if I managed to get over here. But now it's just like such a consistent thing.
Emergency. Reactor cooling failure detected.
There we go.
Core temperature rising beyond safe limits.
Core temperature is rising. That's the justification as to why the slime goes higher faster, right? 350 meters. We're doing good. Put this away. Now is when those items become very valuable. A silver cockroach. That looks rare. Yeah, I wonder what that's for. Okay, what do we got here? Things I can inject myself with. Pills. There's a lot of items here. But I don't know if I want to... Oh, crap. It's rising. Oh, so the injection gives you a speed boost. Sweet. Can I make it? I really wanted that, but I'm kind of like running out of time. I don't want to risk getting caught by the slime. Oh, I feel bad. Exit is this way? Sweet. So I think we can do this. Use 100 navigational tools. Yeah, that's me. I use the navigational tools.
Exchange ventilation cycle delayed. Atmospheric pressure may fluctuate unexpectedly.
Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. We're good, we're good. Like a little breather here, right? We just gotta go this way. Yeah, we just gotta go this way. We might be breaking our PB soon. 450 meters. We're doing really good. Yeah, this level's just really easy to traverse because of like all these lips. Until you get like to something like this. This is confusing. Let's use this here. Okay, that's our first rebar wasted. But is it really wasted if you used it properly? Okay. This again. I'm not dying to this stupid stuff. I'm really not.
Training chamber 5 scaffolding. Avoid upper platforms until repairs are completed.
That was close. Alright, this is where it gets tricky. This is where the slime starts climbing like crazy. So this is where we really gotta hurry up. Basically speedrunners at this point. Okay, okay, okay. Best descent? Let's go. Habitation. Okay, so is this the end of the silos? Yeah, I think this is the end of the silos. Oh, this is the... Oof. We're doing good, boys. We're doing really good. Look at this. Okay. Controls. Do we just press the button? That regulates the slime so it stops climbing, right? Elevator exit? Guys. Feels good. This feels really good. Oh yeah. No more slime. For now.
Pressure seal engaged. Door latches holding. No leaks detected.
That's awesome. And now we got vending machines. What the hell is this? Oh, that's like the drink. I forget what the drink is for. I know the injection gives you a speed boost. The drink probably does something. Oh heck, we beat the silos. Now we're in habitation. Oh, progress. That's awesome. And there's like little roaches everywhere. Oh, let me just deposit these roaches. Look at that. Oh, crap. How much is this one worth? That one's worth 5. I honestly just forgot I was carrying all this thing with me. Black bottle is infinite stamina for like 2 minutes. That's great. That is awesome. Okay, now run just in case. No, I want to take my time. I want to savor this. Cost for bank 21. And that's the save icon, so I'm assuming you can save your progress? Like, at least up to here. You know how in Hades you can kind of like... Once you get to a certain area, you're like, oh, you could probably save and quit here. Yeah, you can rest. You can rest. You can rest easy. Is that something similar here? What is this? Oh, this is the perks thingy. Alright. What is this? Quiet. Perks, biological backup. Alright, back strengtheners. Increases encumbrance capacity by 3 items. What is encumbrance? Alright, saves, no backup data found. Prepare new backup. Okay, so that's how you do it. Best ascent lost. That's fine. Alright, so if I'm seeing this correctly, let me just get this roach. Whoop. If I press this, I'll continue, right? So if I'm seeing this correctly... Wait, I think I saw something in the tutorial about... Yeah! That's what I saw in the tutorial. Boxes you can break. But I can't break these ones, can I? No, I can't. Oh, your inventory load. Okay. I kind of don't have a problem with my inventory load right now. Okay, so I got a floppy disk. Insert floppy disk. New disk detected. Disk mounted on desktop. Untitled disk. Prepare new backup. This will erase all data on these disks. That's fine. To back up neural process to P space, look at the screen, do not scream. Do not obey what you see. Better not be a jump scare. Okay. Congratulations, P-Space backup complete. If you feel any side effects, report to your local substructure authority for monitoring. Okay. That was... Man, saving your brain is interesting. Okay, so I can assume that my progress has been saved, right? I can just assume that. Now, when it comes to perks and upgrades... Regenerative pads. Regenerate stamina 50% faster when grounded. Elastic limbs. Warning, use of lambda organism LDNA is still under experimental testing. I don't know if I want the elastic limbs. That sounds cool. Can I get this? To receive biological enhancement, pull the lever, keep your left hand still, do not flinch. Where's the lever? Oh. Ow. You feel stronger? You felt this pain before? Okay. What else? Oh, I can only choose one. I see. That'll definitely help me at some point. My question is, what's with the bugs? Right, I understand bugs here because I can deposit them to create a backup, but what do I need to use the bugs here for? Because maybe for buying this one, since this one has like the bug icon, but these don't have them because these were free. Maybe I should have gotten this one. Premium perks cost roaches? That's okay. Maybe I didn't buy this one, but for the next one I'll definitely buy the premium perk if this really was like the good one. It's okay. I'll just save my bugs until next time. Alright. So this is habitation.
Warning. Severe elevator malfunction detected.
I thought we were done with this. I thought we were done with this. Oh no. Damn, what a way to just... Yeah, what a way to just put it on you like that, huh? Okay. Nah, sweet. I'm just climbing, looking at the red little icons. I'm gonna run out of stamina. Huh. Dude, the sludge coming in like that was so funny. It was just like so sudden. Let's see. I think I really need to do something here. Let's see. How far away is that? Can I make that? Yeah, I can. What is in here? Is this not the way? Okay, if that's not the way, where am I supposed to go? Oh, that way. Crap. I'm dead. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Ah, damn it. Plucked from the periphery. Don't forget, it lies. Did I lose my roaches then? No, I got them still. Okay, so that's kind of what you can expect, right? That's kind of what you can expect. Let's actually see what's in here. At least we got a couple of items. So that's kind of what you can expect from this second area of climbing, I suppose. Just panicking, dying. Elevator falls away.
Warning. Severe elevator malfunction detected.
I almost didn't make it. Almost didn't make it. Okay.
Emergency evacuation route through drainage system has been opened.
Crap, it's full of these monsters now. Okay, so where's the hole? There we go. That's where we gotta go.
Archive systems show 12% final recovery since last sweep. Data integrity questionable.
Okay, we made it. We're getting out of here. Alright, that's the next level. God, this thing is so annoying. This is such a tiny little climbable thing. Okay. I think that's enough of the sewers, right? Yeah, whatever comes now should not be more sewers. Cockroach. What is that? What is this? I don't know what that was, but okay. Okay. Alright, so now we're starting to see more about the game. Not just like the random climbing, but... Oh, we're going this way. Right? Or was I... Did I come from here? No, I came from down there. Right? There's no other way to go, so I'm just gonna assume it's through here. Or just, you know, keep climbing. You know what? Maybe there is something rare down there. I don't feel like checking it out. I'm just gonna be real with you. This area is so tricky. Crap. Okay, I can just do this. Rebar? It's like the first rebar I get in a long time. Okay. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Oh crap, the slime's already here. You know what? We don't got time for this. We do not got time for this. Okay, I can climb that. Cool. Funny bug. This is a gross bug. This is disgusting. Yeah, this one really is one of those, bro, you have to use an item kind of areas, right? It really is. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Sink tunnel. Alright, cool. Sink tunnel. Yep, that's in the name. 750 meters is great. I feel so good about myself right now. Do I really have to? Damn it. I didn't want to. But I guess. How do I put this away? Let's just put that away.
Periphery non-axial anomalies reported in deep substructure drainage, sublevel 9. Maintain a safe distance and alert your sector manager if encountered.
Alright. Basically monsters, right? That's kind of what I'm getting at here. They're basically just saying monsters. Best descent. What is this? Oh. A chocolate bar, right? You can pull yourself up quite far without jumping. Oh, the slime was right there. Damn it. Ah. I thought I still had time. I was curious. Yeah, I thought I really still had time there. Oh, that sucks. That sucks so hard. Granola bar is bean, but also temporary jump height buff. Okay, that's actually really good. Oh well, this time I got vendor restock, pills added to vendors, facility grows, new silos content unlocked. That's actually good. Vendor restock, auto pittance. Cool, and food bars. And let me guess, I start from the silos at the very bottom. But that's okay, I feel like much more confident about being able to get to the habitation area. Like, I think next run will be amazing. Next run will definitely be amazing. I'm gonna end it here though, guys. It was pretty fun. I had a lot of fun doing this. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Because next time I will 100% keep on playing this game. And hopefully make it all the way to the end. This is really fun. I agree. I really agree. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Join the Discord. If you can, follow the Twitch. And I would appreciate that. And if not, I'll just see you around, alright? So I'll see you around. If life goes well, then I will see you guys. Today is what? Wednesday? I'll see you guys on Friday. Alright? Good night, sweet dreams. Enjoy the rest of your life. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye.